So, hey guys, Chauzu here. So we got some news today ahead of the Uta birthday celebration, so I thought I'd do a recap. But first, we have to discuss something that isn't here in the long list of news, which is the fact that, yet again, no Grand Voyage. It's been a while since we got a Grand Voyage, you might not remember, but Grand Voyage has always been announced together with the end of month batch. So in this case, we two Uta and Fuji and Kizaru. So it not being here, this is the first time where I'm actually worried about the future of the mode. Before that, it was like anniversary, then we had the whole Gear 5 thing, special stuff going on, but we're basically back to normal now for some time. And despite that, no Grand Voyage, so I just feel very depressed about it, especially since we don't get any arenas either. Those are my two favorite modes that are basically super inconsistent and rare, so yeah, and that means I'm pretty down about the game in general, but I'll probably make another video about that in the future. For now, let's focus on the news. So, Ray Bazaar, don't think there's anything special going on. Nope. Medal Exchange. So, here's the legends that are getting it. So, it's some Halloween stuff and movie stuff basically. And as I always say, legends is not the priority here. The priority is special units, but of course, if you have thousands of medals, you can pick one up from time to time. The special units this month are these. We have some old Halloween treasure map rare recruits. None of these are actually that good, really. Sanji, not really worth it. I think Chiffon is probably the best one here, and she's not that great either. And Big Mom, pretty niche too. So you can safely skip them, but yeah, if you have a lot of medals, you can get them for completion, I guess. As for the special characters, the first two are pretty bad, Khalifa and Barto. No need to put them up either. But the other three are interesting, so we're going to talk a bit about them. They are old Blitz recruits, which was a thing back in the day. We can start with the first one, which is Buggy. He's pretty skippable, to be honest. He reduces damage vessel by 5 turns, bind by 3 turns. You delay for 1 turn, and if you consume enough slots, you get a delay conditional. So that's a lot of work for probably nothing, since delay immunity is pretty normal. So Buggy, not a big priority. The other two you should probably consider buying though. Mihawk, I used him quite a bit. He's pretty good. You set defense to 0 for 1 turn. You reduce paralysis by 5 turns, the spear by 3 turns. And since Mihawk is a slasher, you can put on white base support to remove the spear by 5 turns. And if you use enough Strength X quick orbs before using the special, you also get a death down conditional. So yeah, I do think he's worth getting, especially since it's a Mihawk with barrier pen. That's pretty cool. And finally, we have the one I'm missing. I was very sad to not get this boa back in the day, but now I can finally rectify this. This boa reduces damage reduction by 5 turns, attack down by 5 turns, and you can get a 2 times attack boost for strength, dex, and quick. So not the best unit, but some decent utility, and hopefully sometime Boa gets some support too, which will make her even better. But yeah, I'm definitely getting this Boa, but yeah, this is a pretty much a lot weaker medal shop than last month, but that was to be expected, to be honest. And yeah, the rest are permanent, so no rush to get them. Okay, now the shipyard, we got 3 new ships this month. And honestly, this is the by far worst batch so far. We got the Kudia ship, the NL ship, and the Foxy ship. So the Kudia ship is now a free spirit and shooter ship, 1.75 times attack, 1.4 times HP, little bit easier to hit perfects. It has a special, but all it does is heal 10k HP and do a end of turn heal for 1 turn. And I guess that end of turn heal can be interesting since it procs certain abilities, but not that many. And you can get free spirit and shooter -1 CD and reduce decrease chain multiply growth rate by 2 turns. So the second effect could be interesting, but I'd really want it to be both decrease chain and chain lock. If you remove both, then it will have been interesting. But now, not worth it. At least a consistent attack boost, and of course free spirit is one of the best classes, but I'm not feeling it. Not a big priority at least. Arc Maxime, quick and Psy characters, 1.75 times attack, 1.4 times HP. You get a 4k HP heal at the end of turn. Special does damage like before, but you also reduce damage threshold by 1 turn, and you apply a paralysis to enemies for 1 turn. You can also get an extra, or you can get a -1 CD for quick and Psy, and you can also reduce paralysis by 1 turn with the special effects. And yeah, I think this might be the best shape of this batch, but I still don't think it's worth it just because it's just quick and Psy and sure, reducing threshold by 1 turn and paralysis by 1 turn are nice bonuses, but yeah, I don't think it's enough personally. It's a good ship, but I don't think it's a top 10 priority ship. And you might ask, what is the top 10 priority? And I'll answer that. I should probably make a video about that in the future. Well, I've talked a lot of times about what ships are the best though. Then we have the Fox, which is the berry ship, but disappointingly, they've not increased the berries you can get, which instantly defeats the purpose of getting it. But 1.5 times attack boost, 1.25 times delay conditional, extra damage if you have delay. And this sounds good, but this is not even a 1.9 times attack boost together. So I'd say that it's not even worth it for that. Question mark. Possibly. If the berry was increased, then I feel a little bit better about it. Now, it might have some uses for super boss when you do delay conditional, since it's a pretty consistent attack boost at least, but I'm not feeling the hype at least for this ship. The special effects are not that great either. Easier to hit perfects and reduce CD by 1, very bread and butter, boring effects. Level limit break, I talked about that yesterday, so you can check that video out. We finally got normal re-recruit level limit break. Limit break expansion for filmed red re-recruits and filmed red PvP re-recruits. Fuji getting limit break expansion is really cool, just extra stats is great for him in PvP since he's one of the best PvP re-recruits. Sale, nothing special here. 275 rainbow gems instead of 300. We have the Grand Party login bonus like usual. We have a trading card login bonus where we can get Luffy. Not sure why we want 15 copies, but that's what we're getting. We also have the Uta login bonus, which looks very stock standard. We have the Tesoro Super Evolution confirmed. I talked about that yesterday. He looks great. To get all skulls, you need to get 9 wins in Grand Party, so good luck with that. Most people should be able to get it, but not everyone, I'm afraid. Grand Party, we got the rules, and you thought that maybe we get some side buffs due to Uta, but they went in on Shooter instead. And they also did Powerhouse and Strength for Kaido, I presume. But yeah. Going to be interesting here. I love to use Uta myself, but I guess I'll use mostly 6+ gear 5 myself now. You can collect glow sticks by beating missions. This is just for experience, so not a big deal. We also have PKA starting tomorrow versus Shanks, where we can get a new Gordon, and I'm actually really excited for this Gordon. He might be one of the best free-to-play units of the year. Like, just take a look at this. 13 CD, but he reduces his CD by 10 turns at start of quest. And his special, you reduce the special charge time by 2 turns for 1 character, so you can pick anyone you want. Then, well, he does some other things that I don't really care about, like you get a chain lock, change his own slot and adjacent to tandem. But the big thing is that once a turn has passed, top row characters get -2 CD and you get a 30% heal, which is a nice bonus. But the main thing here is the CD reduction. So let's say, for example, you have a captain with Mr. 3 support to reduce 2 CD stage 3. On turn 1, or turn 2, doesn't really matter, you use Gordon special, you use it on the friend captain -2 CD. Then the following turn, both captains get -2 CD. Then you get the Mr. 3 support for -2 CD for the captain. This is literally -4 CD to both captains. That's insane. So yeah, this is like one of the best speedrun units we've got for a long time. Really can, like, no other unit can really do what this Gordon does, like being able to do -4 CD for 1 unit right away, as long as it's captain, and the other captain also getting -2 CD. That's absolutely nuts. And I think this Gordon will see a lot of use in various modes. Like, the fact that he's a PKA unit is amazing, since a lot of PKA teams has an issue with speed. So if you just can fit this Gordon in, you'll be able to speed the team up immensely in a lot of situations. So yeah, I'm very excited. Great free-to-play unit. Can even increase attack boost slightly. So yeah, cool unit. And he also has a great support, can't forget, for Uta. At start of battle 2, you get -1 CD and 5% HP heal. So basically like the Annie Legend wife support, but only for Uta. But Uta has many good units, so you can speed all of them up. That's great. Other than that, looks like it's a normal PKA. No special news. Booster list looks okay. What you'd expect, really, no big surprises. Finally, let's talk a bit about the Sugo. As said, I am not pulling, but maybe others want to pull, of course. Basically, there's going to be 3 parts. First part has 30 legends. Part 2 and 3 have 20 legends, and you can get Uta or Kizaru and Fuji guaranteed. And honestly, the pools look okay. Like, part 1 has a lot of modern legends I'm sure people would like to get dupes of. Like ISO, the We 3 princesses, King, Killer. So looks decent. But usually part 1 is not the best. If you do want to pull, it's better to pull part 2 or 3. And part 2 has Uta, Robin Koala, Shanks Buggy, Jack, Hawkins, Lucky Ruben, Beckman. So yeah, I think this looks fine. For sure, even has stuff like Chopper that you don't see that often in Sugo. So yeah, I think it looks okay. And part 3 with the Kizaru and Fuji, which might be the worst legend of the year. So don't really recommend pulling for them. But this part looks okay. Even has Usopp and Yasop that rarely reruns. So I can't really recommend to pull, but if you do pull, I do recommend part 2 for Uta, if anything, since she's probably the best non-Super Sugo-Fest legend of the year. But yeah, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.